Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy One-on-One, and today we're going to talk about Zynga. Okay, we talked about Zynga before, but I believe now I'm just going to let the cat out the bag. You know me, Zynga is the time to buy. We either be individual shares, but mostly I'm leaning towards options on Zynga. I'm leaning towards options on Zynga because right now we have to first understand that this is one of the largest American social video game developers, okay? It is the largest American social video game developer. And so we're gonna head right into this thing because I think it's imperative that we understand how Zynga has been doing. Zynga, quite frankly, have been performing fairly well, okay? They have been performing fairly well. So they're 5 years. 5 years, they've gained 305%, okay? For the past year, their performance has been at 63% the last 3 months, 17% the last month. They've been down 4.84%, but who cares about that? They've been down 1.29%, and today they're up 0.11% at a measly $1, okay? Let's get into it because I'm also going to give you guys an update about Neo. I made some money off of Neo yesterday. I made like $2,000 off of Neo. Good money. And I sold those options this morning because Neo was up 100%. Now it's down. Anyway, back on Zynga. Zynga provides social game service. It develops, markets, and operates social game as live services played on mobile platforms such as Apple iOS operating system and Google's Android operating system and social networking sites such as Facebook. It offers chess with friends, Crazy Cake Swap, Draw Something, Farmville, Gems with Friends, Ice Age, Arctic Blast, Looney Tunes Dash, Speed Guess Something, What's the Phrase, Wizard of Oz Magic Match, Yummy Gummy, Free Slots, Black Diamond Casino, Hit It Rich, Zynga Polka, and Willy Wonka Slots. The company was founded by Mark Jonathan Pincus on April 19th. In 2007, and it is headquartered in San Francisco, California. They roughly have about 2,000 employees, and their average movement value is 19.88 million, market cap at 9.87 billion. Their collections is in video games, 100 most popular stocks under $25, entertainment, and technology. The analyst ratings at 79% buy, at 11% hold, and 11% sell. Of course, doesn't meet my criteria of 25% or more to actually sell this stock. All right, earnings. We see that the earnings are all over the map here. From Q1 2019, they were down. Q2, they went up. Q3, they slightly declined. Q4, they were way up. Q1 of this year, they're down. Q2, they're down. But again, let's contradict those earnings report and simply look at the 5-year chart. Okay, again, I like to go back to March 20th. That's where you're going to see the hugest divot in the depreciation of stocks. So that's what we need to understand there. So again, this stock still has a lot of upward mobility, okay? And they're still planning on this stock to grow. And I'm gonna get into a little bit more analytics with this stock than I do most, so you guys understand that, hey, this stock is under 10. Like I said, whether you're buying individual shares, fractional shares, or options. I think that'll be profitable as we are now working a lot more from home. We're staying at home, even though there are some states that are having some people go out. Now, granted, back in July 27, you see it says history, market buy. I only bought 10 shares. Okay, I only bought 10 shares that cost me around $96.68. Then on August 5th, I sold those 10 shares at 10.15. And look, it's only like what, $5 profit. I only got like a $5 profit off of that. But hey, I could buy a Happy Meal. Anyway, people also bought these particular down here, Trade Desk, CrowdStrike, etc. So let's break down this history of mine. So you can tell, it gives you all the information, the Zynga, the time in force, the quantity, and then the total. Really nothing, pertinent for you to really see here except my transactions, okay? I bought 10, sold 10. I didn't hold it that long if you notice, okay? I should have held this stock a lot longer because now, granted, we go back up here and we go to the day. You see that this stock is at $9.19. And I really can't tell you, I bought this at $9.67 and then I sold it at 10, so I did make a profit. If I was to hold on to this stock until now, today, of course, I would have been definitely decreasing what I've actually made off that stock. So I made $5. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you make money in the market, regardless how much you invest, if I made 2 cents, my whole thing, as long as I didn't lose 2 cents, okay? Anyway, let's dive a little deeper. Let's go over to Market Watch. Here we are at Market Watch, okay? Let's see what's pertinent to know. In the 52-week range right here, as we can see that, $5.50, and it rolls all the way up to $10.69. Man, you would have made over 100% of your profit if you would have invested in this at $5.53. Now, earnings per share, they're slightly operating out of debt, but that's okay. They still have a lot of growth potential. Let's read some important news headlines. Zynga is the largest mobile gaming company in the U.S. for July, says Coin analyst. Zynga becomes largest mobile game market by market share. Then Barron's, I think, you know what? Barron's are always talking about bear stuff. I think they're a bear-led group. Zynga stock gets a downgrade after rampaging this year. Okay, blame Apple. All right, we'll blame them. Zynga revenue soars 47% because mobile gamers can't play enough during the pandemic. Okay, and that was back in August 6th. So a lot of things have been occurring in August because, listen, some of you are at home, you're like me, you got 2 or 3 screens, you're doing your work, and you're playing your video games. Let me say that differently. You're at work, and I said you're doing work and you're playing your video games. What I should have said is you're playing your video games and you're trying to do some work. That's pretty much what you guys trying to do. But here's some important news that happened on August 5th. It says Zynga makes an acquisition as pandemic lifts sales. And I went over that in my previous review of Zynga, okay? June 22nd, EA and Activision could be ready to return. It says how the pandemic has changed tech in its first 100 days. And then back here in June 9th, Zynga stock gains after Barclays upgrade. So Zynga has been making headways. They have been teetering, they have been tottering, but that's how stocks end. But right now it's a very volatile stock. But let's move on to another huge headline, which I know you guys want to see. Right here, Zynga is the largest mobile gaming company in the U.S. for July. And let's read this a little bit about this. It says Zynga leaped to the top spot in mobile video gaming market share in the U.S. in July based on sales via Apple, App Store, and Alphabet, a.k.a. Google, Play Store, according to Cohen analysts. Zynga made the jump from number 4 following its acquisition. Again, we talked about acquisitions, how they acquired a company, how they bought out a company. Zynga made the jump from number 4 following its acquisition of Peak for $1.8 billion. Peak's Toon Blast became the 12th most popular game on the App Store in July, enough to propel Zynga to the top spot over Activision Blizzard, okay? According to critics, Zynga has fortified its portfolio of games in recent years with purchases of small game giants, $560 million. You got Natural Motion at $527 million, and you got Graham Games at $250 million. So Zynga is acquiring a lot of other social media games, okay, that's making their stock look more and more attractive to me. I can care less if they're down today. And again, I like to teach you guys, let's not be emotional when it comes in investing. Let's look at the present, let's look at the future, and the past is good information. That doesn't mean that a stock can't turn around. Forward. Still waiting on you guys. Anyway, I'm still waiting for some innovation. But anyway, this is really, really good information. All these acquisitions and companies they have acquired and bring into their brand, okay? Because that means they're going to start to innovate. They're going to start to invent. They're going to start to grow, okay? Let's move right along. Now, this information is from Stock News. This is what I absolutely love, okay? I love to see analytics plain and simple for you guys to understand, okay? We got the PEG ratio, measuring growth in earnings next year. Relative to current common stock, price is at 286.98, higher than 87.1% of the U.S. listed equities with positive expected earnings growth, okay? With positive expected earnings growth. That doesn't mean that it will, but it's strong that it will, okay? What else is pertinent to note here? As for revenue growth, note that Zynga's revenue has grown 52.32%. That's 52% over the past 12 months. That beats the revenue growth of 90% of U.S. company in our set, okay? These are very quantitative numbers. I'm telling you, this is a good stock I'm believing to invest in. Now, my strong belief based on the analytics doesn't mean you're going to make any money. It just means that there's a strong chance you'll make any money. So again, if you make money, if you earn money off of this, thank me, donate to the channel. If you don't hate me, keep watching and learn. All right, the current price is at $9.18. We went over the 52-week high at $10.69. Let's go down to the evaluation. Now, this is important. We're talking about the discounted cash flow forecast. We're talking about that the forecasted gain is at 39,348. Yeah. So let's read right here to the bold. Investors should note, though, that such returns are always unlikely and not to be expected. And now I'm going to back up. The table below illustrates output of the discounted cash flow forecast using a variety of scenarios for Zynga. To summarize, we found that Zynga ranked in the 99th percentile in terms of potential gains offered. In the 99th percentile in terms of potential gains offered, okay? But then we jump down and they say such returns are always unlikely and not to be expected. Then we go back to the forecasted gain of 39,000, which is quite ridiculous, but let's really dive into the math. They're saying that 39,000% for the forecasted gain is always unlikely to be expected, of course. But if you can even get 0.1% of that at 3,900, I mean, come on. You're going to make great money off this stock, whether it be the shares or the investments that you have with your options, okay? So even in that, especially when they rank in the 99th percentile. Then they get into its compounded free cash flow growth as measured over the past 4 years, and at 2.51% higher than 96.49 of stocks in our DCF forecasting set. And of course, DCF is the discounted cash flow forecast. Then it gets into the business balance sheet suggests that 70% of the company's capital is sourced from debt. Remember, 1971, President Nixon turned the base of the dollar from gold. You know, dollar's not backed by gold, but dollar is backed by debt. And that is how a lot of millionaires make their money. They borrow money from other millionaires to make their millions, because we understand that good debt makes you millionaires, bad debts make you homeless. The business balance sheet suggests that 70% of the company's capital is sourced from debt. This is greater than just 18.64% of the free cash flow producing stocks we're observing. As a business, Zynga experienced a tax rate of about 50% over the past 12 months relative to its sector in technology. This tax rate is higher than 2% of stocks generating free cash flow. Very, very good information. Let's just read some common questions that people may have about Zynga. Now, what I love here, if you see right here, guys, I'm going over the different games. They have a lot more games to this. I mean, look at this. Farmville, Zynga Poker, Words with Friends. I don't know if a lot of guys still play that. That was kind of a crave for a while. Words with Friends, Mafia Wars, Farmville 2, Cityville, Hit It Rich. What else we got? We got Cafe World, Game of Thrones slot, Empires and Allies, Chess with Friends. I might need to check that out. I think Chess with Friends would be very good for you and your kids. Chess is a very strategic game once you start learning how the pieces move. I'm just saying. I'm not even advocating for Zynga, but I believe that could be a good game to play. The Pioneer Trail, Draw Something, Word Street with Friends, Harry Potter, let's see, Treasure Isle, Castleville. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. I'm just going to call it 101 Plus. Indiana Jones, Farmville 2, Tropic Escape, Hidden Chronicles, Bubble Safari, The Wizard of Oz Magic, Hanging with Friends, Yo World, CSR Racing, Fishville, Zynga Slingo, Gym with Friends, Zaville, Sheffield, World with Friends 2, Drop 7, Zingo Bingo, Ruby Blast, Cityville 2, Cityville Hometown, Spade Plus Card Game, Party Plays, and the list goes on. They have over 45 games, okay, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm looking at Zynga right now. They're back up. They're back up. So right now, let's move over. Okay, I'm gonna move over to my portfolio. And today I'm already up $1,000. Now, mainly, and I'm gonna show you something. I was up, look at this, $1,800 this morning because of my options with Neo. I sold my 12 options with Neo, and then I bought 12 options with Neo that actually ends in 2 days. Very, very risky. Very, very risky. But let me see if I'm up. Let me see if I'm actually down $300. I'm actually down $300. But again, I made some money. And yeah, I knew it was a risk. Now, if I made $2,000 off of Neo, and then I invest, as you can tell, $984, and I lose $500, I'm still sitting good. I'm still sitting good. Even if I lose $500 because I made $1,500. And again, this is a very risky play. And I kind of built this off the implied volatility of this stock. I built it off the implied volatility because the implied volatility, look at this, it's at 184%. Now, the implied volatility is a great measure, is a great analytic to show you that, hey, I can actually, if I bought these particular contracts, and I make money off of it versus if I sell them and I lose money off these contracts. Again, if you want to look at the implied volatility, I may do a short video to break that down because I gave that some piece of information of another video basically explaining implied volatility and how it works. I'm about to be down $400, whatever. I still got 2 days to rebound. But usually I should have sold these and I should put money somewhere else. But I am. Because I strongly believe in Zynga at this moment based upon what I read, I'm going to go in and I'm buy some options. I got $1,200 to play with. And I don't mean play with to lose. I mean play with to win. So I'm going to project this out. First, I'm going to go with my expiration date. So right now, a lot of kids are in school. So we're either at home, and these are the things I actually think about. I know these are things I actually think about. So I can't do one in the last 2 days. That's too risky. I'm already losing money with Neo. Now, when Neo gets to $500 of me losing, let me go back. If I'm gonna lose $500, I'm gonna sell these contracts, okay? But because I'm not a day trader anymore and I don't have $25,000 in my account, unfortunately, I may lose more than that and I may win. Who knows? Anyway. So I'm going to look out because they're saying 3 months. I'm going to look out to November 20th. Okay, I'm going to look out to November 20th. No, president election may change a lot of things. I'm going to go to October 16th. A lot of these things just mean stuff, guys. So right now we're at $9.22. Let's look at the implied volatility, 40%. I don't like that. Let me go a little riskier on this. 55% is looking good at $14. Okay, so I'm gonna do an option on this, and let's see how much. One option is $2. So let's do, how much is 200 options? No, I'm gonna go ahead and do 500 options at $1,000 because I got 1,200 to play with. Why not? And then of course, with the rest of that money, I'm going to actually invest that in who? You guessed it, Tesla, because I want to buy more Tesla before they do that 5-for-1 split. I told you I'm gonna keep buying Tesla until tomorrow, because we understand that Tesla. Look at Tesla. Tesla's already up $82. Let me hurry and put my money in Tesla real quick. Y'all, you guys are slowing me down today. I'm telling you, I'm investing this money in Tesla. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. How much I'm up? I'm up $148.27. Not a lot of money, which you're usually seeing from me. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we really need to look at the percentages. We can look at the money all day. The percentages, we understand that if you got 10, that's great. If you got anything over 20, that is excellent. Right now, I'm at 19.80%. Now, because I bought Tesla at a higher share price, that's where you see my percentages drop. But it'll raise back up. Tesla, you keep on doing what you're doing, Tesla. You keep on doing what you're doing. All right. Let's talk about some other stuff. I wrote some notes down here because I've been hearing a lot about what they're calling the Democratic, I'm getting into politics, the Democratic LGBT agenda to split and steal the black vote. So let's throw out some terms here. I'm going to have a conversation. But before that, before I get into that deep conversation that will not be that long, I want to recognize some of my my viewers here. Let's see who's in the chat room. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I see Nolan Baptiste. Good morning, good sir. I see Devon Sean. He asks, what options are you thinking about getting? Thanks for the heads up. You saw what I just did. I just bought 500 options with Zynga. So I bought them at a very cheap price, and the option contract is way out there. And the great thing I like about option contracts is when you put that date far in advance, I need to start watching this thing every day, because once I get at a certain point where I'm making like 100% of my return, 200% of my return, we have to understand as an option gets closer to its expiration date, they have these drawback dates. It's kind of like the investors kind of want some of their money back that they actually lost. That's the way I look at it, because listen, anytime, let me show you this, guys. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Anytime that you see someone earning money, not the stock appreciating value, anytime you see somebody earning money, believe me, there's someone losing money. Just know that. Just know that. Okay? Just know that. Okay? All right, let's see who's in the chat room. We got Devon Sean. We got Nolan Baptiste. Let's see who else do we have right here. Let me check. Sometimes my program don't be doing me any great justice, okay? Let's see here. Oh, that's all we have in the chat room. So let's move on to this topic of discussion right here. So let me throw out some terms. Again, the word around the street, the word in the political world is that the Democratic, the DNC, all this political things are going on because it's the election year, that they're trying to steal the black vote by dividing the black vote between blacks and blacks who are part of the LGBT community. So you hear the words like, heterosexual black males are, they exude and exhaust toxic masculinity. They're hyper aggressive. They're homophobic. That they show feminism. That they're, sexism. They are extremely heterosexual. They're overly aggressive. I mean, there's just so many terms out there, guys, and this is all to distract us. So once again, and this is cliche, and I'm going to be cliche about it because, again, I do believe that we are walking contradiction of ourselves, but I'm going to be cliche about this, is first and foremost, I have friends who are part of the LGBT community. So I have nothing against their sexual preference or their sexual orientation. But this goes out, and I'm just asking questions, okay? I'm asking questions. If you are Black and you are part of the LGBT community, let me ask you a question. Are you Black first, or are you part of the LGBT community first? First question. If you get pulled over by a cop, let's make it more detailed. If you get pulled over by a white supremacist cop, are you Black first, or are you part of the LGBT community first? If you apply to an organization who have white supremacists in place in human resources that's going to decide whether they should hire you or not, are you Black first, or are you part of the LGBT community first? I know. You're saying I'm both. Okay. So let me ask you this. If you consider yourself both at the exact same time, then the next question would be, what do they consider you the first time they see you? I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. I'm gonna kill the nanny on this one. They see you as Black. They're gonna see you as a Black gay person, or they may see you as a gay person that's Black. But the one thing that holds true is you're Black. So my LGBT community friends, loved ones, people who are viewing this, do not let the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the naysayers, the haters, the people with special interests, the lobbyists try to persuade you to divide the Black vote and say and give you an LGBT community rap sheet or a contract. Understand, regardless of your sexual orientation, you are still Black. And as Black people, we need to be on code. We need to be on the same agenda. We need to talk the same talk. We need to walk the same walk. Because what they want you to do, they want you to buck dance for Zaddy, and they want to split the vote. They want to split the vote. They're going to start talking to your community and not your race. They're going to start talking to the LGBTQ community and not Black people. So understand that the division is in the works, and you need to be very aware of how they label heterosexual Black men and women, that we are homophobic. They're always trying to sexualize things to draw you in to a community that is mixed race just to gain that Black vote. Because think about it like this. I told you that Black women are very influential, and they can pretty much influence males to join the DNC or the RNC. It doesn't matter. LGBT people, they are very influential. Okay, they have their own thing going on, and me being friends with them, you guys have people that are, you have friends that are in the LGBT community. They can persuade you, but we need to stay on code about one thing. Regardless of your sexual orientation, show me the Black agenda. Show me Black policy. Show me a Black contract. Show me reparations package. Show me something in writing. Show me something you're going to put forth. Now, I had a conversation with a long-term buddy of mine the other day. We spoke for 2 hours, and he was talking about the importance of voting. Now, this morning I had a conversation with another long-term buddy of mine, and he was talking about Ice Cube video about holding our vote hostage, meaning that we're not going to vote unless you do something for us. He didn't like that because he wants to vote. My other buddy wants to vote, and I understand their position. But here's the thing. What other power do Black people have other than holding our vote hostage until they give us something. If we vote, we no longer have leverage. We no longer have leverage. Now, my buddy yesterday made a great point. He said if we vote, we don't have a seat at the table. He said, hey, man, if we don't vote, we don't have a seat at the table, meaning we don't have a voice. I said, okay, you're right. You're right, bro. But I said, how many times have we had a seat at the table? Remember that Bill Clinton won the black vote and it was mostly Democratic ran. We had a seat at the table, but we didn't have a voice. I said, better yet, if you go through history, we've had seats at the table, but we don't even get a menu. He said, how can you? He said, we'll have a seat at the table. He said, how are you going to expect to eat if you don't even have a seat at the table? I said, bro, we've had seats at the table, but we don't even get a menu to pick what we want to eat. So I believe in holding the vote hostage. I believe in that. Pro quo, right? You do something for me, I do something for you. We continue to do something for the Democratic Party and they do nothing for us. The reason why I slightly respect the Republicans is because they never tell us what they're going to do for us. They never tell us what they're going to do for us. But the Democrats always tell us what they're going to do for us, and they never come with a plan. So, my LGBT community, friends, family, and watchers, understand the social, economic domination of wealth gap in America towards blacks and whites, and understand your power and your position on how they may try to split you from your black brothers and sisters, whether they be heterosexual or homosexual. Do not let them try to split you. Okay? Don't allow them to split us. Let's be unified in this thing. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about your sexual orientation, but what I do care is our black community, and you guys are a part of it just as well as anybody else. Black love is not separated because of what you choose or who you choose to be or who you choose to sleep with or how you believe you were born. It has nothing to do with that. This is a race thing, and we need to understand it's not a sex thing, but that is what they're making it. So just be aware, just keep your eyes open, keep your ear to the streets, and understand certain coded language that people use on TV. This watch out. I'm gonna read my last note here. I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully, I gave you guys some insight. Hopefully, you like the new shirts, Financial Literate. And it has Learn Money, Be Inspired. Check that in the description below. If you want to buy some merch. Kendrick Teller says, you have to play the parties. I don't think we'll ever get anything 90% one way. Relationships don't work that way. Why would voters? Kendrick also says, most people that want to be the leader of spokespersons for a black community, what celebrity status? That's a big problem. Cold World TV said the problem with a lot of people is they think voting is the only way to change structures. Activism is multi-step and multi-level. I agree, Cold World. It's protesting, boycotting, financial independence. Hey, man, listen. I was going to tell the two power structures is holding the vote and boycotting. Okay, you went a step further of financial independence, and I agree with you as well. But boycotting is so powerful. Okay, it's so powerful. If we did that, if we start to boycott, let me tell you something. I mean, I don't just mean boycott like Gucci or Fendi or something. I mean, boycott the entire industry. The entire industry. You know how much power we hold? And then you nailed it. You nailed it when you said financial independency. Okay, because when you are financially independent and you're not worried about your slave masters giving you a welfare check or government assistance, then you will understand you hold the power. But the first and foremost thing, and this is why I love this shirt, you have to be financially literate. Financially literate, which understands financially know how to manage your money. Whether it be debt, paycheck, creating a budget, etc. I thank you guys for all your comments, your insight. Whether it be for the conversation or against the conversation, I accept it all. I read it all because I believe that it's great insight and hopefully it will illuminate somebody to do what they think is right for themselves and also their family. Thank you, Nolan Baptiste, for moderating today. I do appreciate that, sir. You guys have a great and wonderful day. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.